Hello, welcome to The Pursuit of Truth. It is the 15th of August 2018, and on the back of that last podcast, what did I call it in the end? I called it Let Them Die. I'm denied about using that title because I thought, well, it seems a bit extremist and it could be taken the wrong way. But then I thought, well, I want it to be something that people will think, well, what's this all about? And it was the last words that I said, and it was a poignant moment, I thought. So anyway, that was the title. So to continue on a little bit about that, in the sense that, just to clarify something I was thinking just now, I was listening to Jamie Brown, I think it was yesterday's broadcast, and he was talking about intellectual honesty, about, his feelings towards, not really knowing whether we're on a flat earth or a round earth, and being able to admit that if it's proven wrong, he'd accept it. And the way he takes things, I see, is a way that we all should, in the sense that if you don't know, you can't say, isn't it? That is the truth. We have examples, we can point out things, like he was saying about water. You can see its level, but then you could say, well, wait a minute, I can't see further than a certain amount, so how do I know? So there's ways you can extrapolate. The same way scientists do the same thing when they come up with a globe. They can't see any more than me or you, but they've extrapolated from some information and based on other things, a bit like these proposition principle things that Gav was talking about on Beyond the Imaginary Curve. So yeah, it is. And then I was thinking about what I said yesterday, and also about, like, when people say flat earth is a psyop and things like that. And the way that our society is run is all about division. We divide ourselves in different countries, we divide ourselves in different races, we divide ourselves in different colours, we divide ourselves in different political ways, we divide ourselves flat earth globers, we divide ourselves in conspiracy theorists, truthers, scientists, we divide ourselves in each job we do, we divide ourselves in all sorts of different ways, despite being one species. And all of those maybe are a distraction. And then I was thinking about what I was talking about yesterday, about, and what I talked about in the Endgame podcast, which is about, if say, because I'm getting to the root of what people really want out of all these things. The people that are, talking about flat earth, the people that are talking about conspiracies, the people that are talking about, political change, the people who are talking about idealism, like me, all the different things that people are talking about. What is their end goal? If suddenly, BBC News, broadcast, yes, the world is flat, we've got camera footage, NASA's been lying to us for years. Well, what is that all you want? Is that enough? Because it depends how that situation goes down. There's two ways. It can be co-opted. It can be, that the government will just remain, and they will, everyone will file in and accept the new textbooks and accept the new paradigm, accept the new way of looking at their existence as now being on a flat earth, and that's it. And, maybe there'll be more questions along the line, but it'll be controlled, and then we'll be doing exactly the same thing. But now we say, yeah, it's a flat earth, and probably people in the future will start saying, oh, no, it's a globe, and start all over again. So, like we did previously, we've already been, the earth was originally flat, and then it went round, and now people are questioning it. Well, people have always been questioning it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Although some people say that no, and we never actually believed it was flat. Anyway, so the same with conspiracies. If they suddenly said, yes, it was a false flag, we staged these things, or we let these things happen, so that we could, distract you, or, bring some new laws in, or snoop on you more because we want to see exactly what you're doing, or whatever. The alternative, obviously, they're controlled, when it's controlled and they co-opt it and take over it, and, everything goes back to normal. Just you believe a different way, is revolution, in the sense that people get up in arms and start fighting and take back power. But I don't see that happening. With the society that we are, the way we've been programmed, the way we're so, our malaise and our apathy, I don't see people, you don't see people up in arms already. We all know, we all see with our eyes on, these days with television and internet, you can see around the world exactly what's happening in the state of the world, in the state of different people suffering, but people aren't up in arms about it. So I don't think it will change. I think people will just accept it. Yes, this is the new paradigm. This is the way we're going to see things now. We were lied to. It was wrong. Maybe there'll be a lot more mistrust. Maybe something eventually will happen, throughout hundreds of years or whatever. So, will you be happy then that you know that yes, you're right. Yeah, the Earth is flat. Then what? Carry on with your life. Which gets me back to the end game broadcast and Let Them Die podcast, which is what I think it's all really about, is that our life is different, that we live by truth, in the sense that yes, we want these things to happen, we want it to be revealed, that the true existence of where we live, but we want more than that, surely. We want to live a different way. We don't want to live this way where we're controlled. The people in power, the ones that, if it does ever come out that there's been lied, then obviously the people who knew all the time would have been the people in power. They can't not have known. And so it's getting rid of that and putting something in place and living in a different way. So yeah, it was just interesting when Jamie was talking about it, and I was thinking about, like, if it was on BBC News, then would you be happy then? I'm hoping that most people say no, we want more than that. We want this whole thing to change. We don't want to live where we have to get passports to go to different places, where we have to have an identity, where there's money, where there's all these stupid things that have been invented to keep us divided and keep us constricted, rather than us actually being free and able to reach all of our potentials as a collective. Anyway, yeah, that was what I was thinking. Take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace. Oh, I was going to say, this might be my last podcast for a while. I think sort of I've reached, I must have said everything I'm going to say about things. There may be future ones where, something sparks in my head, but I expect I've said most of the things. You can always go back and listen to them. I don't want to keep just rehashing the same material, because I know that is a danger of work. Keep doing this, and I'm working on an audio podcast, like a drama thing. Remember I told you that I used to, with my sister, make these dramas, and then when she got bored of them, I used to make them with myself. I made like Above Top Secret. You can see that is on my YouTube channel, John Dwell Poems. And there was one I made a few years later called The Pyramid. Lots of these like little dramas. So because of this Anchor FM thing, I was thinking, why don't I make a drama with my phone? Because now the technology of the microphone in the phone is just as good as an expensive microphone. So I've been recording these like 10-minute short thing about this. It's like a sci-fi drama thing about sort of like, if you've ever heard my Dead City on YouTube, it's about like the end of the world type thing, but this time with the flat Earth aspect. That he finds out that the government's been lying to us. So I wanted to make something that illustrated my views, but also did some good, and maybe, I'm sure it's not going to be that great, but I just want to get something out there that people can listen to, and maybe it'll get people to think in a different way, because some people don't want to listen to, me ramble on or whatever, but when it's like a drama type thing, it might make people think, or it might spark that change that we need. So yeah, I've already recorded about 12 of these little things. So I just need to do a little bit of sound editing on it, put sound effects and music or whatever. I'm still arguing about whether it's going to feel like more realistic or more like a produced thing. Yeah, anyway, so hopefully that'll be out on this podcast, on here, Anchor FM and YouTube. Anyway, take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.